and didn't even recognize herself. All she said was, "Oh my gosh, that's so pretty." I'm like, "That's you." She did not recognize her own video. She did not recognize herself in the video until I said it, and she's like, "Oh my gosh." That was just a funny moment. Anyway, good morning, pros. Welcome to Elite Hair Care USA. So today we are actually in the salon. I'm going to be doing a new alopecia weaving service on my client, and I said this was the perfect time for you guys to be on live with us. Of course, if you guys are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to just get straight into all of the goodies. So she actually has her previous installation on, which is the video that I uploaded yesterday. So you guys can definitely go check that out. And when I tell you this thing is laid, it is laid. She did a great job, and this was her first time ever getting an alopecia weaving service, much less wearing extensions of this nature and then wearing a shortcut. So I definitely am super proud of her. We are going to redo her service today. I'm going to cut down the nape of her neck. We're going to bring this down some because she is having what most people have is, let me say it this way. When we go short, the first thing we want to say is, no, don't go too short. Keep it a little longer. And then we figure out why it's better to go shorter. So we are going to actually take her nape area down. This is all her hair back here, and she has her hair on the sides. And then at the top, these are the extensions. So if you guys can tell, this is some great blendage here. And it definitely was very easy when we talk about her managing it. She did a great job. Honestly, she probably could have worn this for another week, but this grow out back here is definitely a lot of grow out. So we're going to take her down shorter. We're going to actually make this area black because the hair is black, and we're going to get her new installation done. So you guys get to sit back and kind of watch how this all works. All right, Mom, have your chin down for me. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trim her nape area, mainly because I know that this area is way too long, and it's too long for her. And I want to make sure that I cut it down now, because I'm going to be touching up this area, and then we're going to be coloring this area, and I would rather us do it all in one process. So that's another reason why I'm doing the preliminary cut of the nape area first, and then we'll cut the rest later on. Okay, so if you're new here, you've never seen an alopecia weaving service before, this is a specialty service that I offer to my clients who are dealing with hair loss, hair thinning, hair breakage. It gives you the ability to actually wear your hair wherever you do have hair. We incorporate it into the actual style, and it takes you out of that wig wearing process where it seems to be never ending. And a lot of people, they end up in the wig wearing process because they don't think that there's anything out there that could ever be done outside of that. And in a case like this is the reason why I offer these services. So I hope you guys are ready, because we're going to go ahead and get deep into this thing, and you guys will get to see the entire process. Now, as you guys are sitting here and watching, I do need everyone to do me the quick favor, which is something that I always ask you guys to do. And that is, number one, make sure that you double tap the screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. And then number two, make sure that you are thumbsing up the live, sharing the live, and subscribed to the Elite Hair Care channel if you haven't already done so, if you are new here, okay? That's all. I don't ask you guys to do anything else. And all of what I just asked you to do costs you nothing. And then, of course, watch to the end so you guys can see the whole transformation. All right, so her sides are also out, but those areas do not need to be retouched. The only reason why I'm retouching the nape area is because anytime you cut that area down, you're exposing hair that is virgin, hair that has grown out, and that hair will never lay down, okay? So always, whenever I do any type of hair cutting, I usually do a touch up in that area, because I already know what the hair is going to do. And I know that the short hair grows out so quickly that you're back to just virgin hair again. So that is the reason why we're touching up this area. And I'm not gonna touch the sides because the sides are fine. I'm not cutting the sides down. The length is perfect over there. It's really just the nape area. And this process that I'm doing, it's actually almost the same for anyone who has a pixie cut or a short cut. Our hair grows out very, very quickly, especially the areas that are cut or tapered like this. I want you guys to think of it like when a man has a haircut. Can your husband or boyfriend or guy friend go 1 month without a haircut? They start looking like wolves. Okay? So if you think about a man's haircut, they have the same kind of hair we have. It might just be a little more rough in texture. But it's the same thing because we're cutting our hair down just as low as they are cutting their hair down. We're just relaxing that hair. Now, this hair grows out just the same way that theirs does. So it requires maintenance in about the same amount of time that their hair would require maintenance or a haircut. So that is how I always like to explain it, where people have a better understanding as to why we do the things we do. When we talk about shortcuts, this is exactly why. I'm gonna let that sit for just a moment. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see everybody with the good mornings. Make sure you guys, as you guys are coming in, double tap the screen for your girl. Double tap the screen, please, and thank you. How you feeling? You okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good morning. So if you guys are in the Orlando area, I'm going to tell my YouTube family first. So you guys can't say I didn't tell you, and I'll probably talk about it even more other times this week and next week. But we are having our first in-store activation here in Orlando at our first Orlando / Pine Hill / where Crystal has grown up hair store called the Hair Galleria. So this will be, I think you will you be back yet? No, you'll still be on vacation. Oh. It's on the 11th. Oh, yeah, so July 11th from 12 to 3 p.m. we will be having our in-store activation / in-store launch party for Elite Hair Care in celebration of us going into the store, in celebration of me actually being in a store in the city and area that I grew up in. I literally used to wash my clothes across the parking lot at the laundromat that's not even 20 feet away. Like, that's how long it's been. I actually had a business in the same plaza as this place. So this is really one of those moments that makes me just like I'm always grateful. I'm always humble. But this is on another level of how grateful I am. So you guys put it on your calendar if you're based in the Central Florida area or even the Florida area. We're doing giveaways. The first 60 people get a free exclusive Elite Hair Care tote bag filled with goodies. Like, we need you guys to come and show this beauty supply, who has over 70 locations, how much Elite Hair Care needs to be in all of their locations. And this is a major, major, major milestone for Elite Hair Care USA. And I can't and couldn't have ever done it without you guys, because nobody would have known who we were until I built my YouTube channel and until you guys start subscribing, watching, and loving the content and supporting the brand and just bringing us to where we are organically. I haven't shown my butt. I ain't shown my breasts. I ain't did nothing. And y'all just did all the work for me. Thank you so much. I didn't have to do anything stupid for a viral moment. So today is your birthday. Oh, Marguerite, happy birthday, girl. You want me to do my birthday dance? Happy birthday, my beautiful lady. Happy birthday, Marguerite. Everybody wish my girl happy birthday. Marguerite has been a longtime Elite Hair Care subscriber and follower. So you guys, tell her happy birthday. You don't even have to tell us how old you are. We're just gonna say you're 29. You know what I'm saying? 29. We're gonna be 29 today. Thank you. All right, Mama, let's go over to the shampoo bowl here. Okay, pros. So we're gonna go ahead and get her rinsed out and prepped for her color. Hold on one second. Don't lean back just yet. Just yet. Come on back. How you feeling? Good? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get her rinsed. I'm gonna go ahead and get these tools out of the sink, get these taken care of. Whenever I'm doing any type of touch up with my tools, I always leave the tools in the sink because they also need to be neutralized. Because they've been touching what? Chemicals. So I always leave them in the sink while I'm doing my neutralizing process because I need to neutralize them as well. Or I run the risk of that product, those chemicals, relaxers, all of that stuff getting onto another client's hair. So that's just one of the things that I always do, especially because I know that that's a part of this process. So while I'm rinsing her relaxer that's in the back of her neck, her nape area, come on back to me. I'll push you up. Come back. While I rinse her relaxer first, I'm actually going to be rinsing off her previous install that we did a little under 3 weeks ago. I'm gonna have this just lay like that, okay? There you go. So it's been a total of a little under 3 weeks since her first installation. And that should tell you, you guys, you know, even though this is a glue-in installation, it still has longevity. And she has never had a service like this before. And for her to have done so well with it, that should tell you that, listen, it's laid right. It's laid right. She really didn't have to do much. Definitely it needed to be rinsed because her hair has gone into the place of, okay, baby, I'm dirty now. I'm ready for you to wash me. But this is how easy this can be if executed correctly. Okay, that's the biggest part. So I'm going to be just rinsing everything off. So while you guys are watching, no, this is not her hair coming off. This is the actual extensions. We do multiple layers of protection whenever we do this service. So it literally slides off. Like, it's that simple. Y'all see how it's just sliding off? And I'm holding it because I know that I don't want to put any tension on her hair because she does have hair under here. Okay, let me turn this down a little bit. There we go. And all you do is just rinse. Let me know if I'm hurting you, okay? Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, good.
Okay, good. Now, if you were removing this at home, it would be the same process. You go in your shower and you just rinse, rinse, rinse. So I don't want to do any type of pulling, that kind of thing. So I like to use shampoo wherever necessary. And it literally just helps it slide right on off. Y'all see it sliding off with no hair sliding with it? That's what we want. So I just add a little bit of shampoo. This is also neutralizing shampoo anyway because we were neutralizing her nape area. Well, she ready for this scratch. Y'all hear her? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Toes ready.
I cannot with you. Look at that. Everything's off. Y'all see that? Everything's off.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. None of her hair is off with it. This is the whole piece with a couple tracks hanging around here or there. All right, that's all the hair. Let me get this combed out before I do it. All right, let's go ahead and get any excess shedding pieces, all that good stuff. All right, there we go. There we go. So I'm gonna rinse the neutralizer off first. I wanna make sure that I neutralize the hair before I do any type of scratching and scrubbing and all of that. That is one of the most important parts to this process, making sure you neutralize first. The camera's actually turned, so you don't have to worry about the face. All they see is from here down. So you're fine. You can relax.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna neutralize her once more. And this time, I'm gonna go ahead and add some Elite Clarified to the crown area. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some Soothe and Balance to her crown area as well. This is gonna help to soothe any type of itchiness. And then we're gonna neutralize the nape area. Okay, and then for up here, we're gonna incorporate that Soothe and Balance. Now there's no relaxer or anything up here, so we can give her a really nice scrub. Better?
Just feels so.
Right here? Yeah, I'm gonna put another paper there. There was not one there, so I'll put one there. I think that'll help. But itch-wise, are you okay?
Sorry. So good. So good.
Thank you. My location, I'm in Lake Mary, Florida, also known as Orlando. Should be nice and cool now. I can't see you guys' questions right now, but if you have any hair care questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. Once my client is done, we're gonna put her color on, and then I'll answer any questions that you guys might have. you still itchy, or you okay with the itch?
I'm okay.
All right, so for her final shampoo, I'm actually going to use some of our African Goddess shampoo, which is our peptide shampoo. Okay, this one's almost done, and then I'll open a new one. But we're going to use some of our peptide shampoo. The reason why, if my train would stop. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Okay. So I'm using the peptide shampoo, number one, because peptides are great for putting the hair or the follicle back into the hair growth cycle. It's also going to help to strengthen the follicles that are already existent. And this particular collection is powered by not only copper peptides, but also rosemary, aloe vera. There's no micas, there's no dyes, there's no parabens, there's no sulfates. This particular collection is one of those collections that is great for people who wear protective styles, people who are dealing with hair loss, or you're dealing with stagnated growth. It's really just a wholesome collection that pairs that sulfate free. It pairs all of the different frees along with those copper peptides that not only help with the hair growth cycle, but also with your scalp itself. So we're always talking about stimulation of the scalp and, you know, helping that blood flow, that circulation. This is the collection for that.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
Right in here. Can you
Right.
look right there?
Yeah. Right?
Just look.
Let me see. I got you. Tilt up a little on me. Ain't nothing there.
Okay.
You have a little bit of congestion on your scalp, but that's all I see.
What does that mean? Inflammation?
No, like dry scalp.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna part just to be sure, but no, you just have more buildup on your scalp.
Okay.
Like it's flaking into the comb, like dry scalp.
Mm-hmm.
Could be dandruff too, but because it's wet, I can't really tell. And from it being covered.
Right.
Yeah. But
I don't
there's
usually
no
have
redness. There's
Okay.
nothing.
Good.
Your scalp looks normal, except for the buildup,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm doing to lifting the buildup up. You feel okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'll show you the buildup I'm talking about,
Okay.
like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me make sure I don't see nothing else. Tilt up just a little bit. Let me make sure. I'll just use the comb
Yes, mainly
right here.
right.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see anything other than a little bit of buildup. No scabs, no
Okay,
nothing.
Yeah, right there.
I'm not gonna scrub it or anything like that. I'm just lifting off the buildup. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
No redness, no nothing.
Good.
All right, so we're gonna do our last rinse.
Sorry to worry about this.
No, not right now. You can relax. Can't see anything. Right, so we're gonna go ahead and put our color on in her nape area, and then we will condition the crown area so they can be working together. I'll give you a towel. Just a second. Sit all the way up for me. I'll do that. Don't worry about it. All right, bros. Let me lift y'all up. Was it itchy?
It's hard. It's like itchy, but it just like tender.
Oh, just over there.
Well,
And
I would have to push it. That's what I
for
do.
you to tell.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Does that hurt at all? Or are you okay?
It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's tender right
Tender there.
there.
Yeah.
So that area mostly.
Mm-mm. I see.
Yeah,
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like you have a fissure.
What is that?
I don't know how to, like if it was like a hair bump,
Oh.
because there's hair growing out of what looks like a hair bump. Like you actually have like follicles growing out of the bump. Like if it was like,
I know what you mean.
yeah, I'm trying not to explain
got
that. I don't want to go too deep.
I know.
That's really what I see.
Okay.
It's just right here. This is what you were talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah. There's I call it a
Yeah,
fissure.
right there. That's where it's.
Let's see. I don't see anything anywhere else. Have you scratched here at all?
No.
No?
Mm-hmm. The only thing I do is push down.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put some extra protective here. I'm trying to think, should I leave it open? I really don't think so. Let's see if I see anything anymore. So was that the only spot?
Mhm.
It was just that
Actually,
spot?
Just right in just this area here.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, pros. Y'all sitting over here. My bad. Let me see this side. Okay. All right, let me put your color in the back of your head real quick. All right, folks, so we're gonna put some color on the nape area. Will the peptide collection be good for me? I also have alopecia in the crown of my head and in the back and the sides where it grows out. Absolutely. Peptides are great for anybody, not even just alopecia. It's just great for the scalp itself, the follicle, the root, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. It's great for that, definitely. But on a more molecular level, that's exactly what it targets. It targets the follicle internally rather than just externally. Oh, just turn your volume down. It's gonna echo. You can hear everything I'm saying from here.
I'm just learning how to do it.
It's good. No, you can watch it. Just turn the volume down, because then it's like when people call the radio with their radio
Oh, yes,
playing. It's the
yes.
same thing.
Sorry.
So this is just a semi-permanent. So it's considered a rinse. exposed, or if the breeze blows, like the sides. Everything else we're fine. And then on the top, I'm gonna actually put some conditioner. I'll give you a deep conditioner there.
So is there anything for the, what do you call it, fixture?
No, you just leave it.
Oh, okay. You don't pull them out?
No.
Okay.
And the follicles in there are very long. It's not a raised bump anymore. So it's not something that I would really say to take the follicle out.
Okay.
Because that's a follicle you're gonna lose. So it will heal it all on its own. So we got our color on. Chin down for me. Let me just comb through so we know that everybody is covered. The worst part is to put a color on and you have patches that have not been touched. Yeah, I know you can't see what I'm doing. That's because my client does not like to be shown on camera. And this is an area where she can't wear her mask for just a moment. So that's the reason why I have the camera turned basically away for a second. Just look at my pretty face. Trying to see if there's a baby hair in here. All right, let's put some conditioner up there. So for her conditioner, I'm actually going to use our African Goddess Peptide Conditioner. This is a 5-minute conditioner. Okay, so we're gonna use that as the conditioner for her crown area. People think that just because you have alopecia, that means that you don't still do your deep conditions. That means that you don't still take care of the hair that is, even though it might be 1-2 strands, you still take care of all the strands. Okay, all hair is gonna be vital here. So you wanna make sure you take care of all of it and not act as though it doesn't exist, because in your mind, it has no use to you because it's not the length or the width or the density or the volume that you want. That's not how it works. You always want to take care of all of the hair. We're going to sit with this for about 10 minutes.
Under the dryer?
No, ma'am. No dryer. You don't need a dryer. We'll just process. You can sit here. That's fine. I'm just going to clean up the sink. Do you have hair growing along the side and back of... I do have hair growing along the side and the back of my hair. When I order the peptide collection, will there be instructions on how to use it? So all of our products have instructions on the back of the bottle. I mean, it's shampoo, condition. You always want to make sure you clarify before you do your treatment shampoo and your conditioner. But it's not, this is not something where it's more say, and for lack of better, it is not rocket science, y'all. It's just really making sure that you follow through in the right order. You always shampoo before you condition, okay? When you are conditioning, you can do a deep conditioner where you go under the dryer or a steamer for 15 minutes, or you can do an instant conditioner where you put it on and you let it sit for 5 minutes and then you rinse it off with cold water. Now those kinds of instructions, like the rinsing with cool water, you know, after the shampoo, use the conditioner, that stuff is on the bottle as well. The serums are kind of self-explanatory. They are products that you will leave on. So you're gonna apply it like you apply a serum. You know, we make sure it's very simplistic. There ain't nothing here that requires an instruction manual. I promise. So let's go ahead and rinse our combs and everything. Some of these towels in this washer. So we're gonna go put some towels in the wash, which is literally right next door to my space. Isn't it so convenient? It is. I'm just gonna drop these in the washer right next door, okay? Oops, sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. Good morning. All right, let's see. Is everybody using the washer and the dryer? Sure are. They're using the two good ones too. They're using the ones that I love the most. So I'm gonna load this washer here. These washers and dryers actually wash and then turn into a dry cycle. You don't even have to take anything out. So I already put my soap pod in there. Now this one I've never actually used. This one I don't use. There's two LGs over there that I know how to use. This one I don't really too know, so we're just gonna kind of figure it out. Normal. Oh, yeah. I don't know what super speed means. Let's see. Temperature warm, dryness, normal. Okay, we'll use that. Start washing and drying. Oh, this thing even talks. It just said I'm gonna start washing and then dry cycle. I need to get one of these for my house because my kids do not like to do both when they're supposed to. Now I'm on the prowl for a combo washer dryer. Oh yes. They ain't have to tell me twice. I need one. Good morning. Was my phone ringing just now? I know I heard something. Train. My train? Yeah. All right, let me see. What turning ones? Can I help you? Do you need assistance? Who?
Them people.
Oh, this don't sound exciting. Hold on. Hold that thought. Let me put my glasses. No, it's Bluetooth, hater. I'm actually in the salon today at work. Something you know nothing about. No, I was actually there this morning. Funny story. My client called me. She's like, "Hey, I'm here." I'm like, "You where?" I'm like, "You're where?" You got an appointment? Girl, my phone, it reminded me and everything, but I sure didn't listen. The ADHD definitely was there. I'm talking about, I'm sitting in front of the warehouse. I'm eating red beans and rice. I'm drinking juice. I done did all kinds of work. I'm like, okay, you know your girl is being productive today. And then I see the salon number ring, and I'm like, okay, it's a little early. I know, yeah, that part. Yeah, that is so true. She says, whenever you feel super accomplished for the day, just know that you missed something. That is correct. Okay, so tell me what the people them say. Okay. Okay. No. So are they warranting the equipment? Okay. Correct. Well, so what compromise have they given? What part of your LOI did they okay to? What am I missing? Okay, so based on your request, you said you wanted how many days free? 60 days? Okay. You also wanted a decrease in the rent, correct? Okay, and it was also coming with the equipment, correct? What other requests did you have? Was that it? Okay. So, what was your request for the rent? How much was it? What do you use first in the edge control system? You use the serum first, then the cream. Sorry, I'm on live. Right, because they're giving you the money. Okay. And then what did they say about the equipment? So the equipment belongs to them, meaning what equipment is there? You have an itemized list of the equipment? Okay. 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 Okay, so I would probably talk to Spencer about the items that are considered perishable and can be ruined in wear and tear, like baker's racks, stuff like that. Now, stuff that can't be moved, like a freezer or a hood, that kind of stuff, I would definitely tell Spencer you want to clarify that any item that is considered a moving item, a rolling item, or an item that can sustain wear and tear it's not your responsibility, because there's no way that you can guarantee that a wheel won't fall off or something like that. You get what I mean? Those items, like little things like that, like baker's racks and stuff, you don't want to stick yourself to it, and then if it breaks, now you have to pay for it. So I would separate, the items that they want to consider as unmovable, like a freezer. I can understand that. A walk-in, I can understand that too. Where you gonna take it? Where you gonna bring it to? The hood, that kind of thing. I would also specify that, have Spencer specify that if they are going to maintain the fact that those items belong to them, then if there's any repairs because something isn't working when you get in the space, that's their responsibility, because there's no way for you to say it's working or not. How would you know? Right. Now, of course, the cleaning of a hood, that's your problem. Yes, because you're using it. If you have to clean the hood, yes. But if there's a problem with the ventilation system, or if the hood just doesn't work when the power gets turned on, or all of a sudden it just stops working randomly outside of the fact of you doing intentional damage, that's not your problem, and that needs to be specified correctly. And any attorney would probably tell you the same thing, because you don't want to walk into something where you don't have an inspection period to say if it's working or not. Or they need to give you an inspection period so that when you do turn the power on, that those items are inspected and making sure that they are working or in working condition. Same thing with the AC unit. Make sure it's in working condition. You don't want to get something that's not working, and then they want to say, oh, it's your problem. You get what I'm saying? Spencer knows how to say those things, how to do that. Did he call you, or he sent you the email? Okay, can you call him? Can your phone three-way? Because I know your phone don't really do much, but I guess. Can you three-way then? Because I know you're going to forget something, so we can just have the conversation together. Hey y'all. So right now my client is processing with her semi-permanent color and her conditioner, and then we're going to rinse her in just a moment. When I do a protein, does it matter what shampoo I use? I know I finish up with a mask. Okay, well, when he calls you back, then just three-way me. So we can all have that conversation together, and then he will know what to do and how to advise, because I don't know, sometimes the parameters around things, but he knows better. So they didn't come down on the rent, but then they also, okay, so when they originally gave it to you, they said 60 days for free, and then the rent was the same? Okay, so then what has changed? What's the difference now? So then I would also tell Spencer, no, you offered 60 days. You're not giving us any other concessions. You already said you're taking back the equipment. So at this point, you should be able to give us some tenant improvement wiggle room here. You offered 60, so how are you down at 30? It sounds to me like you had another offer and you're trying to explore the better offer, which that's your choice, but don't try to change the terms that you automatically offered from the beginning, like it's retaliation for me saying no. This is a negotiation. Here's what I would like. Absolutely not. Make it make sense. If they offered 60, then that's just irresponsible to go from 60 days to 30 days, and nothing else has changed. You didn't shorten. You didn't say, okay, well, we'll keep the rent at this amount, but we'll give you 60 days. You didn't say, well, if we go down to this amount, then we'll only give you 30 days. No, you want to go down and still have the rent the same. Right. So make me understand the difference here. Where is the win here? Because it sounds to me like you're going down like this is an ultimatum. I don't like ultimatums. You want to make sure, and this is also another reason why the black and white dealing with people of this nature is going to definitely matter, and this is why you want to be very specific because you can clearly tell the character of the people. So you need to make sure that if you do decide to go through with this deal, that your verbiage or language in your lease is very specific. I think you. Oh, they did. Well, again, that's why I said you need to have a conversation with Spencer, honey, because yeah, but that's their choice, Journey. That's not in your control. Right now, this is business, and if they drag their feet, that's their problem. In your time, Spencer's supposed to be looking for other spaces anyway, because that's not something you can control. Well, do you want to? Like what? Give me an example. Where is it located? Okay, but everything is in spirit of negotiation. So have you explored them? Have you seen them? Oh, okay. Well, I thought these were ones that he sent to you. Oh, okay. Got you. Got you. Okay. Ready, Mom? Uh-oh. Ready? Yeah. Well, when he calls back, um, I got you, Mom. So we can kind of go over whatever information he readily has, and this is also something that you guys would have to have a meeting about anyway, because it's not favorable terms, and we need to understand what has changed and what made them think that they could renege on all these different things. Because if that's the case, then whatever deal you were holding on, take the other deal. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that's crazy. So it sounds to me like, the other deal is probably not as favorable, or they're trying to figure out, who's that. Listen, this is the way things happen. And that's why I said, well, I think you have to be very specific about what you mean when you say subleasing, because did you get specific about that information? Meaning, what is it that you're doing to, are you sure? So, okay? Okay. The water's gonna be cool, okay? You can sit in my chair and you put your mask on. right, pros. So we're gonna go ahead and get her molded and ready. So the prep work is usually the longest part of this process. It's not even the application, it's the prep work. We're gonna put a little bit of leave-in conditioner. Okay, even though we are going to be covering her up, that does not mean that leave-in conditioner cannot be used, okay? And then I'm gonna put a little bit of Goddess Hair Repair Serum where I see she has a lot of that buildup. The good thing is this is a glue-in installation, so this is not going to hinder the installation itself. You found it, Jay? I just wait until you have that conversation with him, because I'm sure if he's like me, he's looking at like, hold on, what changed? Because you offer one thing at the beginning, now all of a sudden you want to change to even worse than what you offered from the beginning, so you're wasting time. But again, I think this conversation has to be had with him first. Maybe he has more insight. And that's another reason why when you were telling me about the lady at church, and I'm like, I don't care about that. Yeah. Exactly. But you have to also look at it from that light, that they don't care about it being a good deal for you. That's not their prerogative. You get what I'm saying? Like, their prerogative is always going to be to protect them and to bring in as much for them, and they lose as little as possible. Well, you can't say that. Right now, you're trying to increase your capacity. So you're looking at it more from a standpoint of, right, Journey, but you're not going to be, a lot of spaces are not going to allow something. So I'm just telling you that. The fact that they were entertaining it was great, but that's not normal. Most places don't want that, because then that means that they have no control over who the tenants are. That's why I said, did you have that conversation of what exactly was your reasoning behind subleasing? So that they understand, because sometimes it's just a lack of understanding. But most places, they don't want to do subleasing because that means that they can't vet the people that you bring in. Or they'll say yes, they'll let you sublease, but then you have to go through an application process with them first. So that still doesn't help. Let's wait till he calls back. Let's call me back as soon as he calls you back, or ask him what time would he be able to chat. And then we'll just go from there so we can have a better conversation. Okay. You can take it off. All right, pros, so we are putting on some protectant strips. So this is 2 layers to ensure, 1, that none of the adhesive touches her hair. 2, that we are protecting, of course, the integrity of the hair. That's super important. Do you make wigs for alopecia clients? I do. And is this permanent hair color? No, we did a semi-permanent color on her for everybody who might have just joined. We did a semi-permanent color. I don't do permanent color unless absolutely necessary, especially if I'm doing a dark color. Dark colors, you don't really need permanent hair color. All right, I'm gonna go to the dryer. Okay. Okay. Good. Hey. How you doing? I'm well, thank you. So, Gurney and I was talking about the response back from that company. So she said that they basically made the terms even more unfavorable than what they originally offered. What changed? Uh-huh. So if they, okay, so let me understand. They said they have another offer. So then why entertain her offer and make it make sense for me? Huh? Uh-huh. So in your, right, that's what I was gonna say. So in your professional opinion, what would you do? Because even just the thought process, okay, you have someone else who made an offer at the table. If that offer is more favorable, why waste the time of going back and forth if that's just such a favorable offer? For you to say, okay, well let's give it to her, and then that just sounds like greedy. Right. Right. Because you come with, they made the original offer, to my understanding, of 60 days, correct? Exactly. Okay. Hey, how you doing?
I love good. I love walking by and see what you're doing.
Oh,
I'm
thanks.
so mesmerized by it.
Oh, thank you. So with the other part to this is more like, she threw me off, y'all. Sorry, the lady just threw me off. Okay, you offered the 60 days, now it's this, and then she said that the equipment was supposedly included. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Oh, so at the beginning they never did offer it for her to keep it, because she said they did. But okay, so the original LOI response that they gave, that did not state that. Okay, so, okay, understandable with that part. She also said that originally the sublease option was there. Did that change? Okay. So right now it looks like they sent back an offer worse than what they originally agreed to in the first place. With there's no real gain here outside of their own gain. That's what it sounds like. So there's no leeway for your tenant. It's more say, okay, what's favorable for us? Have a great day. Is that what I'm hearing? Got it. So why not just say no? This is a business. This is not personal. Who cares? Okay, so what would be your response in a case like this? As a final counter? Well, I asked Journey, did you do that? Because I did ask her that. Journey, did you do that first? Oh, okay. So that was one of the questions that I asked her. I'm like, hey, okay, don't walk into this space not even knowing if did they ever pull any permits? Because it's just very weird that you just have an open space connected to a space. And it's just sitting there, hey, it's free range and we're not using it. My thought process was the same as what you're just saying. Like, okay, let's make sure that they even got permits for approval for this. Were there any stops? Were there any issues that they had? While all of a sudden, this is no longer a feasible thing for them as a grocery store. So there were no permits to your knowledge, or nothing. We just didn't check. Uh-huh. Oh, so is it the city of Longwood or is it Seminole County? So their occupancy is through the city of Longwood? Oh, I didn't know they did it that way. I thought even if you're the city, you still have to get the county too, because they control that part. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, Journey, I would say before you even respond, call the city of Longwood. Because that's another issue. That could be a big issue, and it could be an issue that becomes your problem. Okay. So yeah, do that first, Journey, before you respond. And then Spencer, you're saying to respond with what? If it does in fact come back that they had the proper permits for this space, and this space was actually granted a certificate of occupancy, then what would you respond with? Okay. Okay. And then what about the equipment part? Because she's saying that the equipment in there's like baker's racks, things that have normal wear and tear, that if she's, oh yeah, you can use it. I feel like the same thing I was saying to her, and she was saying the same thing, that at the end of the day, yeah, you can use it, but these people sound very fishy, for lack of a better term. And I feel like this is something that black and white is going to definitely matter here. I'm talking to the smallest point. So with the equipment and the stuff that's in the building, what is considered, a perishable item like a baker's rack that a wheel could pop off, then that becomes her problem? Probably, absolutely not. If you're going to have the items in there, who's going to be responsible for repairs outside of something that happens with just the, if she was being negligent kind of thing? Who's responsible for that? If she goes and turns on the power, freezer don't work, hood don't work, range don't work, this don't work, who's responsible for that? Yeah, that sounds. As far as the unmovable equipment like a hood and a freezer. Okay, and then things like the other little tedious little items. I don't know what else is in there. How would that be handled? Mm-hmm. Are there tables and stuff in there? Okay, so I would just say it this way, Journey. If you do decide to move forward with this, be very, very detailed in each individual item. And also be very, very detailed as, like Spencer said, what's considered as going to be wear and tear and not I need to replace style item versus a, hey, if this freezer needs, I'm making up a name, a compressor, that's $7,000, that's not your problem. And it needs to be repaired within a certain time frame, because I feel like you got to be just that detailed with this one. Like, this is weird. They're weird, and I don't like the energy, but yeah. For you to renege on what you're saying is very funny to me. What did you say, Spencer? I'm sorry. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Or if they're ones that they don't feel like, okay, we don't want to, okay, well, then there needs to be a inspection period of some sort and a warranty period of some sort if it has to get to that far where they have to be responsible for it. Then I get it inspected to make sure within that period that anything's wrong with it, they can fix it right in that period. Because there's no power in there, correct? Okay, so how can you even tell if something's working or not? So, yes. Absolutely. And I also told her that she'd need to get the lease reviewed by an attorney, because I feel like it's very, I don't care if it's 2 pages at this point. This is important. I just have that feeling. I don't know, I just got that feeling. So. Is it out on the main road, or is it behind? Like, if it's like, is it like a main road style place? And they want $4,000 a month. And it's 900 square feet for $4,000 a month. Are they on crack? How much is that per square foot? Hold up, what? For 700 square feet, you want $4,000 a month with a built-out kitchen? It could have been a built-out freezer through the whole building. That still doesn't make sense. That's not even within reasonable rate at this point. Because that would be, okay, 700 square feet. That's a $2,000 space. I don't care what's built out in it. 700 square feet. Where? In that plaza behind the gas station? Yeah. Where the Burlington is? And how much do they want for that space? How much is that per square foot? That sounds more negotiable than the other space because they're already at over market rate. So let me ask you, why didn't the deal work out with that one? What was it that they were asking that was not okay or favorable? Oh. Okay, so there was no wiggle room in the cost per square foot either, or that was just where they are? But this one is what, 600 or 700 square feet more than the space that she's looking at? You know what he's talking about? No, that's not 1,600 square feet. So it's attached to the plaza. I think it's it was in between Route 21 and ATL Deli. It's in between that. One of those smaller spaces. Yeah, it's 1,600 square feet. That would not be a red lobster. This sounds like an inline space. But you said they wanted between 34 and 36 plus cam, or that's including cam? Oh, okay. So would it still does it include any type of equipment, walk-in, anything? And Journey, that's what you need, right? The cooler and the hood? Well, you do. You do. You do cook. Oh. Is that correct, Spencer? Because remember, every code is going to be different. Stove top. Yeah. That's what I was like, Okay. And that's in Orange County? Okay. Okay. Well, if they didn't, I don't know. Is there a sprinkler system? Huh. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, you're not at that step in the process yet right now. So I'm just saying more say, do you want him to inquire about it, or do you want to wait to talk to Longwood about the other space? Okay. Got you. Everything else was more expensive? Okay. For what size? What size space is this? Yeah, everybody's overreaching is what it sounds like to me. Like everybody want to pay a whole plaza rent with one space, because that's crazy. All right, well, that's what it sounds like. All right, well, Spencer, I guess, look, she can call Longwood, and then if you want to reach out to the contact with the other one and see, because I know she's at a time space at this point. In the meantime, Journey, while Spencer's talking to the other person, you call Longwood with the address. Can you hear me? Okay, in the meantime, while Spencer's working on the other space, call Longwood, give them the address, and get whatever details you can about that space. Like what permits have been pulled, when, you need to know the dates too. And, right, and also ask if they, and then you can ask if they were issued a certificate of occupancy for that space, since it's a separate structure apparently. Totaled out permits, finalized permits, and inspections. And the dates. Permitting, building permits, city of Longwood. Yeah. Alright, cool. Spencer, were you able to reach out to them people? Okay. Yeah, the problem is I'm trying to not go into another 5 years, because we have moving that we're gonna need to do, and I don't wanna run into where I'm committing to 5 years of another move. If that makes sense. So, yeah, so just the max I would say is, that's why I was telling them I just wanted an additional year. But they're jumping from the little bit that we paid to a lot of it. For a tenant that's already been here almost 6 years. Come on now, stop me. All right. Okay, and then the other spaces, I think the problem more say is I know for what we want to pay, they're gonna want 5 years or more, which is my problem. I'm not wanting to commit to 5 years because we need to expand into a larger space, just not at this very second. Like, we're not prepared for that expansion at this second. So just let me know. I know you got a lot on your plate, so handle Journey first, and then when you get a chance, you circle back to mine. Okay, dear. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. No problem. Ooh. Helping out a friend, y'all. Helping out a friend. I know y'all sitting there like, oh my gosh, she's not talking to us. If it was your friend, you'd want help too. See how that works? You do good to people and people do good to you. Lisa, I am so sorry about your stepfather passing away. I did not want to say that while on that business call, but I am so sorry about that. My condolences. What shampoo would I use for a protein treatment? I usually like to use something that's going to instill moisture, like the Moist Repair or even the Hair Repair. It really just depends. All right, Pro, so I'm putting on the last layer of protectant on my client, and then we're gonna go ahead and get ready to install her extensions as soon as this dries. Okay, set up, no, you can set this up. No, no protein shampoo. No, no, no. That's going to be more drying to the hair. See. Hey, what's happening? What's Crystal from Elite Hair Care? You're so funny. I sent you a text this morning. Can you check it and let me know? So I want to make sure. I know because you're such a busy man, you know what I'm saying? So I probably need to text you at like 4 a.m. so you fit me in the schedule. Okay, well, I know you said you had, if you wanted to do the hair thing or whatever you have, I will match. So I just want to make sure that I have enough. So that's what I really need to more confirm. You get what I'm saying? Okay, all right, talk to you later. All right, bye-bye. Oh, Lord. I'm always on the go. Okay, y'all. I know y'all sitting there like, Crystal, come on. It's okay. Alright, so we're going to get her hair prepared for the installation. So I'm actually using this other hair that she brought. It's called Bump. But this is actually a box that I have not seen before in the beauty supplies. This is Bump's version of the velvet that is made by Ultra. And this was my first time seeing it, but it has a more yucky texture, which is very, very, very nice. And I actually like this texture of hair. So I'm kind of wondering, once I'm done, we'll see how it curls. We'll see how it lays. I did have to split the weft because the weft of this was very thick. It was way too thick for my liking, and it does not give that natural look. So I actually split the weft ahead of time while we were getting prepared. And then I'm going to lay it and see how it curls. Now, a part of me wants to also test the theory of how it curls now, because what I don't want is to install this and it curls like, okay. So that's a big problem. So I'm making sure, I know it's human. I know that's not one of the worries about it. I just want to make sure that it curls nicely and it doesn't get super frizzy and it lays a lot better. If not, then I'm going to use the more silky textured hair. But this texture typically matches a lot more of my alopecia clients than anyone else. Oh, okay. Than any other type of hair, because it's not so silky. So let's test it together. I want to see how it curls. This will tell me a lot. Oh, that curls nice. And it still has a nice texture to it. So let's straighten it out. Let's see how it does. That does well too. I can definitely tell that it has some type of product or something on it. So that's another thing that I always like to check as well. You don't want something when you're doing the alopecia weaving services where it leaves behind any type of like residues, that kind of thing. I'm also one of those people, I like to smell hair. So I know y'all sitting there like, for real? Yes, for real. I do. Because all of this goes into the quality of the install. Like, I'm very particular about my installs, especially for my alopecia clients. You know, I'm one who likes my installations to look very natural, very flowy, like hair. Okay, I don't need it to look wiggy. If that's the case, then my client can wear a wig. Can y'all agree? If you can agree, give me some fire emojis so I know that everybody's on the same page. Everybody's in the same understanding of what I'm saying. Okay, this one's doing good. I think this one will definitely do well. I'm really interested to see where I can get this hair from, if it really is as favorable as I think it will be, but I'm not sure. Okay, so while our hair is sitting here, we're also going to get my razor ready. What's this? Okay, so we got our razor ready. I got my glue ready, my scissors ready. We're ready, she's ready, we're all ready. All right, good. Thank you guys. Ooh, this Friday it'll be busy, honey. Friday the 3rd. Oh, I'm super busy on that day. Mm-mm-mm. Yes. All right, let's check right here. There's just a little bit of stickiness right here in the front. But you just gotta just keep your head up. I'll bring it down just a little bit. It's just about a minute or two, and then we're ready to go. Sit in my chair. All right, pros. So camera's about to get ready to go. I'll tell you when you can put your mask on. And just hold out for a second. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get our extensions installed. You guys know when I'm installing my extensions, I don't really talk much because I'm always like hyper focused on this part, but just hang out. You'll get to see exactly what is happening here.
So the place she bought the rice from, is that close?
The bus? From here, yes, but it's actually going towards 1792, but on Lake Mary Boulevard. It's a little closer that way. So I'd say it's about maybe 10, 12 minutes, maybe. Could be, give or take, 3 or 4.
So I can get off the highway up here, get off and get.
No, you don't even get on the highway from here. You actually just go straight down Lake Mary Boulevard.
Okay.
You go straight and then it'll take you to 1792 and it's right. It's like right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't actually have to go very far.
Now, is it like chicken or
They got
rice
chicken, they got beef, they have house, and they got shrimp. Yeah. They have both.
Chicken.
If you do it through Uber Eats, it's buy one, get one free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can order it on Uber Eats for pickup, and we'll get it buy one, get one. Yeah, but it's only for the house and the beef.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's buy one, get one free if you order it on Uber Eats. It's good though. And they got like chicken and rice with vegetables. Those are buy one, get one free too. They got multiple buy one, get one free items actually.
Nice.
But their fried rice is my favorite.
I know. Since I saw that video, I'm like, I have to try it.
No, it's good. It's definitely good.
What did you have?
We've had beef and then we'll have house fried rice too.
Okay.
The house has all 3 meats. Chicken, beef, and shrimp.
See, I'm allergic to seafood and shrimp.
Oh, okay.
Fish,
So,
I couldn't have it.
but the beef one is really good too.
Okay. Are they all in that large container or you can get smaller?
No, they have a. Do they have a smaller one? No, they have a smaller one.
Okay.
Or maybe it's only that large one. I don't know. I don't recall. Because we always get it for the whole house.
Yeah, that's right. But I was looking at you.
Yeah, no,
Okay. You were,
no, when I was eating the fried rice with the chicken wings.
yeah, when you were plating, you plated it so pretty. Then I said, she's such a mom. Then you got the other plates.
Oh yeah, that's the chef in me.
I know.
That is the chef in me. That's what I would call it.
I like those plates. I have some really nice square ones that I like. That.
No back.
No, I'm sorry.
I actually had gotten I got those as a housewarming gift from someone on my YouTube.
Oh, really?
When I bought the house, yeah, they were really, really nice
Yeah,
plates.
they're not, I know.
And I've kept them plates. I've held them plates. I've held on them plates for your life, honey.
They're nice.
The plates are
Very
nice. How much is a complete alopecia install? So pricing for all of the hair care services can be found by going to elitehaircaresalon.com. That's where you'll see all pricing, availability, everything. That's also where you book your appointment, should you choose to book an appointment. And then for those of you, I know you're sitting here like, oh my gosh, is she putting glue on her hair? No, guys. She has 3, actually 4 different layers of protector on top of her head. Like, no glue touching the hair. That's one of the advantages of coming to a person who understands the concept here of, yes, while I want to give you an amazing, just beautiful finished style, I also want you to walk away with a head of hair. And I'm not gonna come back and have you walk away with hair or hair missing when you already came with the problem. I'm not the mechanic that's gonna break something while fixing something. No.
Come back with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can I come to the Netherlands for vacation? Yes. To do hair? Probably not. I would love to come to the Netherlands for vacation. All expenses paid? Sure.
Friend just got back.
Hmm?
My friend just got back.
Oh, for the Netherlands? So I've gone to the Caribbean Netherlands, and then I've also gone to the non-Caribbean Netherlands.
Okay. Big difference.
Yeah, definitely. Very clean. Put your mask on for me. Oops. Okay, take your time. Good?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I meant when I said these tracks are really, really thick. Like they're super thick in regards to the weft. So that's the reason why I split them in half. Because when you're doing a service like this, the goal is to make sure that the hair looks very natural and not necessarily like the ultimate quick weave. Especially because I'm blending it with her hair. You can't make the weight of the unit, the weight of the install greater than the weight of the client's hair. So this actually has to more say mimic a traditional head of hair because I'm blending it with her hair. Now, if this was like a quick weave, then of course I could just place my tracks, cut, move on, because it's all in one uniform style. But when you're doing it like this, where you're blending it, you're giving it that naturalized look, you want it to look like hair because there is her hair incorporated, you got to make sure that those tracks do the same thing. I know y'all sitting there like, what is she doing? Just hang out. You'll see. Just hang on out. Hold on, bros. We're gonna fix something real quick. I don't like the way this closure looks. I'm gonna fix this closure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sweating?
I don't think so.
No.
You think my scalp is?
I feel like it is.
Really?
Yeah, because I put the paper and I think it's wet in the paper. Do you feel like you're hot?
A little warm in here, but
Cool your body temperature down a little bit. I'm messing up my week. No, I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. I think your scalp might be. Does it feel like it?
no, I mean, it really doesn't.
Okay, I'm just being sure. That's better. I like my closures to look a certain way. Alright, so let's go ahead and get her cut. I made my own. Yeah, it's the same. That's what I did, Joe. So I was doing what they call an invisible closure at first, and then I don't like the way that it was bulking, so I just did it again, the traditional way. Sometimes you got to go back to your roots. One thing I was very good at was weaves, child. I did a lot of weaves. I learned how to do it really more, say, on myself than anything else. And then that's when I got even better and better and better. All right, mama, chin down for me. All right, so let's go ahead and get this baby cut. Now this part up here, it'll lay down when it's time. It ain't gonna do nothing right now. Right now it's just gonna act up. But I'm not gonna mess with it just yet because once I mold her, all of this kind of just does its little thing. The goal right now is to make sure that we blend her really, really well.
Still can't believe that was my picture.
I can't believe you didn't even know
Every
yourself.
time I think about it.
You need to tell your husband that
Oh,
he
you
gonna
know I
die.
am.
He gonna
I
be like,
can't
really?
wait. Hey, I don't find it just like this.
That's so funny. Hold on, y'all. Let me alternate my razors. When your razors start getting dull, you gotta alternate these things.
It's a great stylist.
Thank you.
So are these colors in here like your favorite colors?
I mean, I just like earthy tones.
Earthy
What's wrong with these clothes? Yeah, I like earth tones.
Your kitchen was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Your whole little house that I saw in your house. Really nice. Leave it off.
No, ma'am.
Is your little boy in daycare?
Mm-hmm.
He's got such a.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so, God
He's
bless.
learning from his older sibling.
2 years old, right?
Mm-hmm. He'll be 3 in August.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Mm, yeah, that's old Kasim.
Really good.
I'm gonna put your mask on. Thank you guys. Take off this one. You'll survive. I said, she don't need her eyes. She'll survive. Is it in your eyes? Are you okay?
Well, no, I'm good. I was just trying to figure out what was on it.
Oh, stocking.
Oh,
So this hair is not what we discussed.
mm-hmm.
It's not my favorite. So we've discovered, you guys, this is not my favorite hair. So what I'm doing is I'm just using a stocking cap to lay it down because it's so textured that it doesn't lay very well. So when I was saying, oh, I'm not gonna find this hair, yeah, we're not gonna find this hair. No, we're not gonna find this hair, baby. It can stay right where it's at. Don't even go look it up. No, ma'am. We're not gonna use that here, honey.
Can you put this on?
Yeah. Actually, let me wipe it off. Because when I blow it, just blows it right down your clothes. All right, lean forward for me. Lean forward for me. Forward. Turn around for me. Whew. All right, so she is going to dry while I clean up. Get everything off the floor, all that good stuff. Hair gets everywhere in this process, so. Hey. Just leave it for just a second. Okay. You good. All right, pros. So she's under the dryer now. We'll get her curled up in just a moment. And then she's on her way out. Just get rid of this trash and such. said we'll just have to add the missing item tomorrow. All right, if you guys have any hair care questions, you're welcome to ask while I do several other things at the same time. Ooh. I guess nobody ain't got no hair care questions today? Really? Y'all real silent today, boy. Hey, Miss A. What's the best product to use for damaged natural hair? When you say damaged, is it dehydrated, thinning, shedding? Give it a little more detail when you say damaged.
Crystal, excuse me, how do you spell the name of that restaurant?
LA space BRASA.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Grill?
Yes.
It says South Orlando, Sanford.
Yes, ma'am. I went from having a ponytail 2 months ago. Now it's falling out. I stopped relaxing my hair 8 years ago. So, Lady Soul, if you have an acute situation like that where you go from it having length to all of a sudden 2 months ago you had a ponytail to now it's falling out, that is something that I definitely say you need to go and see a dermatologist about. Hair does not just fall out like that. Now, let me say it this way, you can also have a lot of hormonal changes that happen quickly, but this is something that would have already been happening, or maybe you're just now seeing it, but it had already started thinning. So I would say to go see a dermatologist before anything else. I would probably also say to see even your your OBGYN, if you are in the area of perimenopause or menopause, because that usually can be a culprit too. And that happens very quickly. Now, a dermatologist is going to more say look at the hair and the scalp to make sure that there's no fungus, make sure that there's no alopecia, that kind of thing. The OBGYN is going to look more towards the hormonal side. Now, they don't go deep into your hormones, but if you are dealing with menopause in any way, shape, or form, this could be possibly something that's happening. But again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm going to say start with those two. I would give you product all day long. I can sell you product all day long, but that doesn't sound like a product problem. That sounds like you need to be seen by a physician more than anything else. Oh, okay.